Thanks for being here. It was good just to listen to Andre, just to see what he talked about. Surprise, surprise, he went over time. When I was playing for Andre with the Breakers a few years back at our end of year awards, Andre would get up and speak at every dinner. It got to a point where we had to start playing music. When it got to a point where we were like, get off the stage, mate. Get off the stage. So I know there's good things to say, so I know it worked. A few things just from listening to him talk and a few of the things that he spoke about. When I caught up with Andre the other day, one of the things that I was happy that he was talking about was that competitive nature at practice. I'm a big believer, a big fan of making everything you do as much as you can do on the practice floor with your teams is to make it competitive. And I think that's the best way to learn a new skill, to develop a skill that you're trying to work on, is to structure in a way on the practice floor where they're going against live defense, they're playing that particular drill to win it, to win that position. I think it's very, very important in that development that will transfer over to the game. A lot of what Andre was talking about is what you do on the practice floor is to help make you better for when you're playing the game in a live situation when you need it the most. Right? You don't need it the most in a playing 2-on-2 defense. You need it when you get into that game scenario. So what I'm here to talk about today is offensive on-ball situations or drills to get better at making reads off that. So the drill side of it, I think you can play with it, you can adapt it, you can shape it to how you want it to look. You can take a certain part of your offense, you can put it into a 2-on-2 situation or 3-on-3 situation. Obviously, in an on-ball situation, you need at least 2 offensive players. Or you can use a chair, but again, if we're going back to that point Andre was talking about making it competitive game-like, I much prefer to do these things with defense. Now the offensive player can make those live reads and see a defense in front of them under pressure and learn the different types of options that they have to take. So what I'm going to do today is just a couple of really simple movements to get into an on-ball situation and then talk about what the defense sees, and I want you guys to get involved in what you see and ask questions about certain scenarios, whether that player made the right or wrong decision, and we'll just sort of go through it from there. So I want to get all the guys involved, so if you guys are going to sit down, we'll get everyone involved and we'll do it so fast. So for me, there's it's an offensive on-ball clinic, or the drills that we're working on, but obviously from a defensive point of view, there's really, I think, there's 5 different ways that an on-ball can be defended. Alright? Can I get 4 guys up and down? 2 minutes to go. We'll do it guys. Just come and get a ball on wing over here. Come on, boys. Here we go. You got the ball on the wing here. You come guys, please. Well, who's the guys? You got it. Right. One on. Right, so you come up and just stand there and sit on ball. 5 different ways that this thing can be defended. Alright. It can be a hard shot, alright, or a hedge, or there's different terminologies around the world. A hard shot is when the offensive player comes off, the defender jumps out to basically create space for this defender to get over or under the screen, change this guy's line to go away from the basket, and now they're recovering whichever way the offense moves out. Right, so a hard shot or a hedge, that's one. One that I call a mush, or I think a lot of teams over here call it drops, I'm not too sure. As this on-ball player comes off, now the big is just giving space. It's basically building a wall as the offensive ball handler comes off. Now the big starts to roll out of it, basically biding time for the on on-ball defender, the guard defender, to get back in front. Right, so you step off while we push them back to the on-ball. Right. So as the ball handler comes off, ball in the screen, I'm just creating a gap. I'm showing the defender that there's not a direct line to the basket. Right, trying to slow him up a little bit. As this guy moves out of it, right, I'm going with him and just buying, as I said before, buying my teammates some time. Right, so that's another one, push. Right. You can trap it. As the ball handler comes off, bang, you're going to take the ball, you're coming on that, and trap the ball. Right, that's another way to defend it. Go back to the on-ball. You can switch it. Right, on-ball comes, bang, switch, quick switch onto the guard, guard switches onto the big, you see it a lot. Especially with the longer, more athletic teams, where the 2 through 4 men are pretty much the same size. Right? Guys just switch on defense. And something that where the Breakers have adapted the last year a bit is what we call a blue. I don't know where that colour came from or where that name came from, but basically when the on-ball comes, this defender jumps up to stop him from using the on-ball. The big comes and obviously gives some help, and it's pretty much a mush without the ball handler being able to use that screen. All right. I only have a certain amount of time, but I just want to work on using an on-ball going against two different types of defense. All right. I just wanted to sort of explain the different scenarios that as a ball handler you may see. And this is why it's so important to be able to drill this. So again, you don't get comfortable playing against a particular type of defense. I mean, a scenario came up for our game last night where offensively for us, our bigs are so used to offensively practicing and playing against the blue defense where we force it away from the screen. And now offensively, most of our bigs try and set punch screens for a ball handler. Right, so the ball handler's going this way and moving out of that way, rather than the old traditional screen towards the middle to create an advantage towards the middle of the floor, which is where you can create, I think, a lot more options by getting the ball to the middle of the floor. That's why, I mean, it's no secret, I'm sure Dino doesn't mind me talking about it, that's why we adapted this blue defense, is to keep the ball out of the middle of the floor. Alright, so again, any drill you do, when it comes to on-balls, you've got to mix it up and have a bit of variation with what we're doing. So, hope you guys want to know here, what we're going to get into is a little bit of a screening situation. I'm going to have the ball up top here. So now let's get you on the post down here. You're going to see the turn-out screen, guys. You're going to start in the charge circle. You're setting the screen to him just off the block here. You're in the charge circle right here. Boys, you can just sort of get in, 2, 4, 6. Get in a pair, get a guard big pairing over here, and then just come join us in the baseline. So what we're going to do is, offensive player, you're going to sprint as fast as you can. You've been sitting for quite a while. I'm going to make this pass right here, and you're going to catch and square up. What I want this big to work on, right, you're just going to pivot over, you're going to sprint into this on-ball here, make good contact, and then we're going to play off this on-ball situation, and then we're just going to read it. Defensively, for now, I want you guys to hard shot. Alright, so what that means is as this on-ball comes, I want you to get out of here, I want you to be aggressive, be vertical. We teach our bigs to be vertical with the sideline. Alright, so you're trying to get over or just play, and then you're recovering to your own man. Alright, offensively, you have to try and make a quick decision. So the quick decision to your teammate to score, or you can attack the hard show defender and try and create something yourself. Right? Once I give you the ball, I'm out. You just got to make a read from there. All good? Alright, here we go. Good job. So offensive defense. I lost the one. Offensive defense. You group in. Alright, good job. Just come out. Couples. Good, next three. Good, offense, defense. Come on, offense on the baseline. Here we go. Good, good. Good job. Here we go. Go, boys. Come on, offense. Here we go. Good job. Come on, here we go. Next group. Offense, defense. Good. Couple of things. Bigs or screeners. When you come out, give me a ball head around here. Go, go. And a defender. One thing as a big to try and get to teach. When you get into this mobile situation here, if you can create a bit of space from your defender and get to that screen before he can get you, rather than if I walk up here, especially if they're in hard show, he's able to keep that contact with me and be right there and make a decent hard show. So as you're coming out, trying to create a little bit of lead, as if you're creating a lead to make a catch on the wing. So I may step into my man, give him a little bump. Now I get here. It's very hard for him to hard shot if I can create just a little bit of separation. The other thing, when you get to the screen, obviously, we try and stretch the laws, referees, as much as we can. When you get into the screen, create a nice wide stance with your feet. Obviously, you can't. Once you set your feet, you can't move. But this is a wide screen with your feet wide apart. You don't move. But now this defender has to go around my foot. Otherwise, he trips up. As long as I'm stationary. If you screen like this, you're off balance, you're skinny, your screen is small. So we try and make our screen as big as possible. Obviously, if that's 7 foot of wideness, you can imagine how much space you can create with a screen. So the goal is to get your feet square, still, and planted. What's the best way? Once my teammate comes off, what's the best way for me to move out of this screen position? Do you know what I'm sorry. The best way, or the quickest way for me to get from here to there. This is the what, sorry? Sprint. Yeah. What about, obviously, if I go from this position here to sprint, I'm turning my back on the basketball. So you've got to roll. So do you have to roll or do you have to sprint? Each to their own, Like Andre said earlier on, we have our own beliefs as coaches. We believe one way is right or the best way of doing it, but for the next coach, it's not right. For me, I prefer bigs to set the screen and then sprint as fast as they can. Point A to point B as fast as you can. I believe if you screen and pivot and roll and run, you lose a fraction of a second. And that fraction of a second could mean the difference between you scoring a layup or not scoring a layup. It's very hard to get certain tendencies out of a player. We have a couple of bigs on our team that like to come in and good wide screen and wide roll and get down here into their screen. Drives me insane. Screen, roll, run. The word roll, it's called pick and roll. That's where the roll comes from. You're rolling out of it. I don't know, let's come up with a new term like pick and sprint. Whatever, I don't care. But to get from this position here to that position here as fast as possible. So all you big screeners right now, when you're sitting your own little screen, I want you to focus on that one thing. Sprint into it, grab a lead. Obviously I spoke about doing what you can to create a lead, and again, it's no different to if you're breaking as a guard to the wing to create a lead from the man. Maybe you step over, you're a defender, and again, you don't push off, you don't forearm out, you use your leg and your shoulder, plant, you sprint in, you plant, wide solid screen, get out of there as quickly as possible. Alright, here we go. Ball please. Here we go. We talked about making it competitive more, and you guys score, you keep it. Alright, here we go. Who was defending the on-ball? Who was the guy defender here? Did you get screen? Nah. Take your screen to the defender. Right, as close as you can to that defender. Alright, come on defense. Alright, from the baseline now, you're coming in on defense. Here we go. Good, good, good. Yeah, you can score, bro. You're on offense. Here we go. Good, good. Good pass. Good job. Here we go. Come on defense. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. What are we missing here on the weak side? Outside defense, yes. But from a guard point of view, to be able to come off, see a little bit of pressure, and be able to deliver that pass, it's a very important skill. And what obviously to evolve from this drill is that to fix that problem, or you chuck a couple of defenders on the weak side. Now they've got help defenders to deal with. Alright? Let's do that now. Let's put offense and the defense in the corner. Alright? Obviously the ball's going to be over here, so who's on defense? Alright, once the ball gets over here, now you have freedom to get as far over to the charge circle as you like to help in that roll. You can move and lift out of that corner as the on ball happens. All good? Alright, here we go. Good, go. Get a shot, get a shot. Good enough. Alright, you three guys are on defense and offense. Here we go. You three on defense. Go. Stop. What's your name? Did you get screen there? No screen. There was no screen. Take your screen to the defender. The other thing that's obviously is always two working pass to any screen. The point, the whole reason you set a screen, off ball, on ball, flip, whatever it is to do what? Make space. Create advantage. Yeah? If you don't use that screen properly, you don't create an advantage, you might as well just pass the ball on and let somebody else do it for you. So give me an offense and a defense here. Please. Alright. So another part of this offense is on this guy. Alright? Yes, for the drill we know this long ball's coming, but can you set your mount? Alright? The advantage of catching an opportunity cut or having this is you have a fresh dribble. So here's Max has to play me live. Alright? So if you're defending me and this long ball's coming out, alright? What's the easiest way to set Max up? Reach up. You just penetrate or go, push him into the screen. Easy way is obviously just to make Max believe that I can go this way. And he has to adjust. If Max tries to overplay me on the screen, well that's a beautiful advantage for me already. And there's no trickery involved, there's no skill involved in that. Another point that Andre made is, you know, the Spanish, they look so much faster. They don't. I just spent a lot of time watching that the Eurobasket, and to me, they almost play slow. Right? It's just when they decide to go, they do it at a good pace. But what I mean by that is that sometimes offensive players, especially guys, can get rushed. You know, my on-ball screen's happening, I get the ball, I want to go. That doesn't even give them a chance to set that screen. Right? Basic stuff, yes, but it's a fundamental and a principle that we all must know and understand. So again, my on-ball screen's coming. You know, one jab this way, he must shift. Right? He must shift. If he doesn't, again, like I say, he goes. Now my screen comes. Right? Create a wide end. Nah, take it to him. Contact. Have a shot. Good. Right? Now I'm coming. Again, you know, the old shoulder to shoulder thing, you just want to create that advantage, but again, get up a little bit higher. Right? Good. Good angle for me to see that screen. Now if I come up this way, you know, Max is, you know, he needs help from the hard shoulder. Right? Now I come off, you know, my roller's out of there already. My guard's trailing me. Alright, I've created an advantage. My defender is is now trailing or chasing them, trying to catch up to them. That's all you're trying to do out of any screening situation here. Alright, so screeners, come and close that gap, set a good screen, guard, set your man up. Alright, be patient. Here we go. Here we go. Good, good. Good, good. Now go, defense your ball, come on defense. I actually thought you had a shot off that on ball. You know, once you got around the hard shot, here we go. Good, good, ball face. Alright, here we go. Who's in, who's in? Defense, you got to stop, should be your ball. Here we go. Stop, stop. Just come back. What I saw, and this is not to have a dig, you know, as you turn to go on the screen, it'll sort of, you know, we'll have a little skip to get out there, you know, sprint, create that advantage, get that separation. If they're trying a hard show, the quicker you can get to that screen, the tougher it is for him to hard show. Right, now he's going to be late, now he's going to get dragged across, and now he's going to create even more separation. Right, here we go. Good, good. Good. Nice. Good. Good ball. Keep it. One more here. Very quiet, isn't it? Very quiet. Right? Number one rule defense. One of the number one rules defensively. Talk. Communicate to your teammate. On ball coming. Hard shot. Hard shot. Alright, let's get used to that. Give me a guard up here at the top with the ball. And a guard on that corner still. Alright, you got ball. Offense. Offense. What we're going to do, same principle without a turn-out screen. You're going to sprint into a little long ball. Right? Defense now, you can push on this one here. So if I'm defense right now, I just spring into it. On the left, push, push, push. Right? So you hit that screen, you're trying to get over or under. Right? Now you have to make a read. Now you're diving out of there. You know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to give you an option. You can dive or you can pop. Offensively out of that long ball screen. Right, so now offensively, if I take your spot as we come into the screen here now, again, same principles apply. Set your man up. Come and create a good screen for me. Close that gap. Now as I come off, alright, now I'm seeing something totally new. I'm not having a defender in my face as a hard show. Now what we turn this into offensively is basically 2-on-1. You can see that the 2-on-1 advantage now. My defender's behind me. My big man's here. He's on a hard roll. Now we're 2-on-1. Right? You've created the advantage, now you have to make the right play. Against the bush, you're coming off. And again, I had this right twice last night with two of my guards. They came off this one, our 5 men rolled out of it, they were on the bush. He gave it to him, the defender could just, he didn't make a move, just went back to his man and turned it over twice. Why would you pass it to that guy? You created the advantage and you just gave it back to the defense. Alright, so now if you're ever attacking a bush, alright, I think having a academy at home, one of the first things I teach our kids is to think score every time. Think score, read the defense, make the right decision. So if I come off here and this mush on this roll starts to go back to his man, I'm thinking score the whole way. Right, he goes back. It's going to be very easy for me. Right? If I come off this on ball now and I'm attacking that thing and I'm thinking score, and he looks at me and thinks, this guy's going to score. Now he comes and takes care of me. Now I've got my man. Now we're creating advantage. Or if, now I'm in the defense here, this guy's come over to me, maybe the outside guy comes in and takes the roll, maybe I put my man for an open three on the weak side. Alright? Think score, read the defense, make the right decision. It happens like that. Alright? As you're coming on. Alright? So now I want you guys to, you're just starting with the ball, you've got a fresh dribble, nice team clear. Sprint into that thing, good hard screen, you're on a mush defense. And again, weak side defense, you can can play with it. You can help on a roll, you can stay connected. We're watching what this man does with the ball. Here we go.
Try and screw that ball.
Good. Good. Yeah, nice talk. What does the defense do? Off the first on ball, what does the defense end up doing? Switching. Alright, so I actually thought you created a pretty good advantage, you switched, we kicked it out. Next, if you have the ball out there, you've got to be ready to shoot. That's going to be, I thought there was enough separation there for you to take that shot. Now, when the team shoots, in New Zealand we're terrible. We're terrible of taking advantage of switches. We've been around the national team long enough. We used to pull our hair out and go grey and then used to go ball because we just couldn't figure out how to really attack the switching defense. And for me, that scenario there, pitch it out, they created a switch on the on-ball, pitch it out to Max, and he shoots it now. Who's boxing out the big guy? The guy. Right, so for me, that's a great shot. Because it's a half open look. Again, not too much to think about, shoot the ball. If it misses, we've got a big guy rebounding and a little guy boxing him out. It's a great option. Alright, so again, off this on ball, make the right decision, you've still got to take shots. Alright, here we go, next three. Good. Okay, give that on ball. Give it to him, good. Very good, switch. You got to shoot the ball, fair enough. That's another shot, shoot the ball. Here we go, next three, defense your ball. Here we go, coming on defense, next three. Here we go. Another shot. Very good. Defense ball, here we go, you're up top. Guys, I want you to think score. Come off the zone ball to score. Defense, go. Good, defense ball. Here we go. So there's too much separation on their screen. Come on, right up to the defender. Hit hard. Here we go. Good. Wait for that screen to get there, offense. Excellent. Good screen. Alright, defense, you cannot switch. You cannot switch. You have to get back to yours. Here we go. Next three. Here we go. Good. Hey, good look. Toughest situation to deal with as a bush defense is a pop-in offense. Alright? So what I mean by that, if I go back to defense now, you go into a pick and pop. So again, you get into all around the world and all our bigs, majority of our bigs can shoot the ball. Right? If we're in a bush defense where we're dropping off, right? I've got to get it out to my man on the ball carrier. If he's popping, if I leave too early, what have you got? Score, big score. Yep. If that's a great screen, and you create an advantage, right? And you pop, you have to get back to yours. This guy's open, yeah? Alright? So again, you have to know what your man's doing, you have to read the defense, make the right decision. Alright? Let's go a couple more right here, let's just finish off. Keep reading that defense. Make the right decision. Good, patience. Good job. One more, good job. Come on, hard show this one, defense. Hard show this one. Good. Get out there. Good, get out of there. Very good job. Thanks, guys. Give my hand out. So obviously, when you're any part of the game that you're in, offensively especially, try and structure and build around, making it competitive, making it live, changing your defenses. Right? When you do that, you force the offensive players to read and react. Right? Like I was saying before, something I teach the kids back home in our academy is when when you have the ball, think score. And you'd think it wouldn't be such a hard thing to sell it, right? I just think score first. But if you're not thinking score, you've had a screen, right? You've created an advantage. If you're not thinking score, you're not going to take advantage of that screening situation. Again, a turn-out screen, a fair screen, a back screen, whatever it is. If you're not thinking, I'm an option here, it's wasted movement, wasted time. You're thinking score, now you read their defense and you see the defense react to what you're doing, the game becomes a lot easier for you. Not much in terms of, well, hopefully it was a lot for you guys to take in and learn something. As I said, I already learned something from Andre and hang around and listen to the other coaches as well. But you know, I'm going to be around for the next couple of days. Please feel free to come up to me and ask me and challenge me. Again, another point from Andre. Like I said before, is it a sprint? Is it a roll? You make your own mind. I've got my views and ideas on it. You may have yours on it. And I think that's the beauty of our coaching, is that you have the right and the freedom to be able to make your own decisions. I was extremely lucky to be coached by a number of great, what I consider great coaches, and continue to be surrounded by great coaches. And you get to choose. You get to choose what you like, what you agree with, and you have the right to disagree with what coaches say. And I think that's the beauty, one of the beautiful things about coaching, is you get to mold yourself. From all the information that you get, you digest, you become your own coach. And I think that's a great thing. So, yeah. Thanks very much.